What's going on, beautiful souls? Welcome to Elevate TV, where we're transcending and elevating our minds and our lives to magnificence. I'm your host, Tremise Valentine, and today we're tapping on the topic of procrastination and fear. Really letting go and understanding that when we procrastinate, when we put things off, most importantly, put our dreams off and the promises we make to ourselves, when we put those off, we're closing the windows to our dreams. We're closing the opportunities that we have. We're closing that inspiration, that motivation by putting it off. Because the longer that we wait on the perfect moment, we start to gain more responsibilities and find more reasons why we can't do that, so to speak, dream, why we can't make the change, why we can't put ourselves first, why we can't go after that desire. Because the more we put it off, the more responsibilities that we have, the more we have to go after work, and the more we go in circles and find a never-ending state of preparation. Like there's never a perfect moment for us to do anything besides now. Besides, when will you actually, if that perfect moment does come, will you actually recognize it? Or will you say, it's good, but I got to do something else? Or maybe I can clean this up real quick, or just watch a little TV. Like, you will never really see that perfect moment because the perfectness doesn't exist. And like, the fear doesn't go away. We procrastinate because of things that we have learned from the past. We are fearing something subconsciously deep in our minds, like the unknowingness of what's to come. But like, do you really want to ask yourself, like, do you really want to continue down the path of being stuck in fear and trying to predict the fear and being stuck in the life that you live now? Or do you actually want to see something different for yourself and live those dreams and see those desires come to life, come to reality? The only way that we're going to see those dreams and desires come to reality if we do something different. But our subconscious mind is trying to protect us from something, the unknown. But the unknown, on the other side of that unknown, on the other side of taking those actions, those new actions, is where the better life lies. That's where you'll find a better reality. The reality that you truly want for yourself. That's where you'll find it, on the other side of that fear, on the other side of that procrastination, on the other side of actually taking action when you say you're going to do it. Even the smallest of steps, even the smallest of things, like doing 20 push-ups in the morning, or doing yoga, or going for a run, or making a healthy meal. You're creating something new. You're attaching yourself to that new person that you want to become. And the more and more that you do that, the more and more of the little things, so to speak, you'll start to do. The more you'll start to trust yourself. The more you'll see that there's really nothing to fear. And you'll understand that the fear really doesn't go away. You just alchemize it and transmute it into more of motivation. You turn that fear into fuel, to put that fear on your desires and fuel it and ignite something inside of you. The more you overcome those fears, the more you will see how truly powerful you really are, how strong you are. you'll build more confidence. You'll start to love yourself more. You'll start to love your life more because things will start to unfold more than you ever imagined. And you just have to keep going, keep doing the little things, so to speak. Like there's nothing really big or small. It's just a construct that we as humans have put on whatever it is to have a more understanding and make that contrast or comparison. But really, there's nothing big or small to God, to the universe. It just is. So whether you want to be famous, whether you want a company of your own, whether you want a wife and kids, a husband and kids, a farm, whatever it may be, there's nothing too big for the universe, for God, for Allah, for Buddha, for whatever you may believe in, for source to present to you. Because everything already exists. It's just in your mind of it being small or big. It already exists and it's waiting on you to take that action, to really trust and believe and know that it's already yours. The journey of life holds the key to fulfillment. Like this journey of creating anew and getting out of the mundane societal expectations of, you know, working for a fucking retirement that may never come, or a retirement that you barely have the money that you actually worked for, working for a retirement or a life that you're supposed to have to ultimately not be happy and just diminish your health. Like that's not the true fulfillment. The true fulfillment is in each and every individual's life who has that deep desire to go after it. That's where your fulfillment lies. Whatever individual desire that you have, that going after that, every step of every day, every little step that you take, that's where the fulfillment comes. And you start to appreciate and really take note of the steps that you're taking towards that. That's where the fulfillment comes. It's not a waiting on the end results, but it's through the journey of getting there. The journey never ends because we're always going to want more. Even after we succeed in said goal, we're always going to want more. So the journey never ends. But that's why we have to appreciate every step of the way, or you'll end up losing yourself. You'll end up not feeling worthy of what you already have. You'll end up losing sight of your true aspirations by not appreciating where you are and the things that you are already have in front of you, the things that you already have accomplished. You will lose yourself. You will not truly be happy. So the key to fulfillment is throughout the journey of this thing we call life. And we have to really understand that it's filled with limited time and unpredictable endings. Like we only have so much time on this beautiful earth, and not every spirit was fortunate enough to come and experience this. So we really have to appreciate where we are now and where we're going, and the things that have already taken place, the things that have gotten us to this very moment. And it's up to us to truly change our perspective of how things are going. It's best to focus our energy on building a strong foundation in the present moment because it's a gift, instead of daydreaming about the future of our successes and our future, like, and our future desires. Like, the present moment is where the past and the future lies. Like, there is no future, there is no past. Everything is now. Everything is here and now. Now, the present, the present, the present, the present, the present. Like, and we have to really understand that the small progress leads to a significant growth in the future. Like, so every little step that we take towards our desires is us being a success right now. Does that make sense? Like, we have to focus on the now and what we're doing. Like, in every moment, ask yourself, what would the future me? What would the best me? What would my higher self? What would my magnificent self? What would the me that has everything he or she wants be doing in this moment? In this moment, what would he or she be doing? Instead of focusing on the future, but what would that person in the future be doing right now? Because that's the only way to move forward and to allow the magnificence and the greatness into our life. That's the only way that we will see change, is by honing in and assuming the position of our future self, of our best self. We have to be cautious of falling in the trap of, oh, we're still young, I still have time, because the windows close and the seasons come to an end. The more we procrastinate, the more we put it off, that window is going to get smaller and smaller. Because, like I said, we will tag on more burdens, we will tag on more possessions, we will tag on more responsibilities to worry about. So the time is now. The time is now. So it's best to build a routine, a new routine for yourself, because habits create the life that you live. Actions create the life that you live. So build a new routine based off of the best version of yourself. What would that desired person that you so want to be, so want to have, that life that you want to have, what would they be doing? Build routines based off of that person. I know it can be challenging to step out of our comfort zone. Like I said, our subconscious mind is here to protect us, and we fear the unknown. But the more that you remind yourself that it's all taken care of, the more that you remind yourself that you're strong and you have the energies of greatness surrounding you, and you're always supported, and know that the past does not define you, the more you remind yourself of where you're going and how powerful you are, and how much you're loved, and love yourself through it all, the more your subconscious mind will quiet down and trust and know that where you're going is where you're meant to be. I know we have a lot of pressure from our family, our career, our financial obligations, and it might seem selfish to disrupt an unstable, satisfying life, right? But there is a growing desire for change beneath the surface of all of that. I know there is, because we're meant to have more. We're not meant to live this struggle life. We're not meant to be sad. We're not meant to be stressed and depressed. Like, that is not the way to live. Yes, 100% we are meant to feel all of those feelings. Of course, we need contrast, but I'm speaking on like the dominant feelings. Like, we're not supposed to be feeling these depressed, sadness, alone, struggling. All of those unfortunate feelings is not supposed to be dominant. Those are meant for us to learn and grow from. So, on with the video. That is not the way to fulfillment. And I know if you are living that way, you want more. You desire more. Like, there's no denying that. There's something beneath the surface that wants to break free. And it's up to you to allow yourself to break free from the mundane societal expectations of working a 9 to 5 and giving your life to this 9 to 5 that barely gives anything back. What is it really doing for you except helping you pay bills to work to continue down the cycle of unfulfillment? That's it. It's not really benefiting you. So it's up to you to change it. I'm not saying quit your job right now, but build a routine based off of the desires that you want. And little by little, you will get rid of that job. You will get rid of all of the relationships that don't help you or serve you. And you will see that your desires are truly fucking possible. So expand your horizons. Can you really recall an instance when you ventured out beyond your comfort zone and embraced a, um, a novel experience, like an unusual experience? Can you? Or is your life stuck in the monotonous routine where days blend together without much variety? Like, that is the shit that I want to stay away from. My soul cannot take it. Honestly, like the last time that I was in like the cycle of the mundane work was like 4 years ago. And I've always known that it wasn't for me. I could barely keep a job for more than 6 months to a year. The longest job I had was 3 years, and that's because it was so fucking chill, and I was having fun there and made good money. But other than that, like it's not for me. Like the entrepreneurship, like the servicing and helping people out and traveling, that's for me. The free life, that's for me. A free mind, like having a unique life, that is for me. And the more I see people making excuses, like commenting on my life, like making excuses about like where they're at, and oh, I wish I could do that. Like, you got it made, you living the life, but like it's a choice. It's a choice. And I tried to help my close friends, but it's like they can't hear me. So it's like I just got to wish them well, and one day they will see. One day they will really fucking, the world, not they, but the world will wake up to and notice that all of this shit is unreal. All of this shit is fake. The jobs, the car, the house, the structure of society is just made up. It's made up, and everybody's in this life, in this race. A never-ending race, going nowhere fast. Going nowhere fast. Like, before there were cars, there was horses and carriages. Before there was horses and carriages, people were on foot. Like, all this shit is unreal. Before everybody was living in cookie cutter houses, people were living in huts. People were living in tents. People were living outside. Before there was money, everybody was trading their goods. Before there was money, it was a fucking barter system. Like, and now the government wants to control our minds, wants to control everything. Do we understand what the word government means though? Like, they're governing our mental state, thinking, making the whole world feel as if we're stuck, as if we can't do anything about our own lives, as if we can't think for ourselves. They're putting so much fear into the news, into like entertainment, into the music, and all of this, like making us feel like we are unworthy, and there's people above us, and we can't take care of ourselves. How fucked up is that? Can we not see how that is ruining us as a society? It's dividing us and making other people feel worthy and less than the other, but in reality, we're all one. I feel like I'm getting carried away off this procrastination thing, but like in reality, we're all one. And we have to come to govern our own mental state, our own mind, our own lives. We don't have to have this bullshit of separation and black and white and what is that? What is that? The only way that we can grow as a society, as a world, as a race, as a human race, that's the only fucking race there is. The rest is like a construct of trying to separate us. We have to understand and break free from this average life that has been forced upon us. Like the fucking celebrities and sports and like, yes, we were meant to have fun and have healthy competition, but like people fighting over games and killing over football games and basketball games, and like, how is that life? How is that something to look forward to? All of these holidays and shit is made up. It's made up for a propaganda for us to have consumerism, for us to shove our money down these companies' throats and their products down our throats and feel like we need this and this and this, but it's all fucking made up. And what really matters? Family, love, experience. That's what matters. The rest of this shit is obsolete. It's unreal. Only thing that is real is feelings, how we feel about our experiences, how we feel about the life that we live. So how do you feel about the life that you live? If you're truly not happy and fulfilled within, you're killing yourself for nothing. Once we're born, we're living, but we're also dying. So what are you living for? What are you dying for? Honestly, I this shit hurts to think about. Like, we're just wasting our life away to pay bills every day, to maybe have a vacation once a year, once, twice a year, 3 times if you're lucky. Like, I can't. That is not in me to do that. Like, I cannot. And for us as a society, I want us to really get away from the bullshit that doesn't make us happy, doesn't bring love into our life. Love is what life is all about. Love and growth. If it's not bringing love and growth into my life, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about no gossip. I can't. Truly, like, I sold all my guns. What do I have guns for? Yeah, I was in the military. That taught me a little bit, but like, what the fuck do I have guns for? I don't want to kill anybody. That's not honorable to me. If I was to get into an altercation, I want to kick somebody's ass with my fist and my feet, like my body. Like, that's honorable to me. But a gun, I don't want it. That was me following society. At the end of the day, I know I'm always guided and protected by bigger, stronger, more powerful things that I can't see. That is bigger and more powerful than a firearm if it really came down to that. But I don't put myself in situations to be presented to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm building my life based off of love and light and growth. The life that I lived before, when I was lost, when I was drifting away in a slave mentality, like just going in circles, a downward spiral, like that was when I needed a gun. That's when I had a gun. But in this life, I don't need that. I'm a new person, you know, like that was when I was killing myself, drinking so much, and you know, so unhealthy, and getting into relationships that didn't benefit me. Like it was low key hell, but you couldn't tell. Like I still had on this facade of like being the shit. Like really. But it's that's not that's not it, man. I was so full of fear and wasn't going after the life that I truly knew I wanted for myself. I was just living to survive. But now I'm living to thrive. You know, like I traveling full time, working in national parks and seeing the world and really having creative ideas, inspirational ideas, and really feeling supported and loved and having more power in my life and direction and comfort and health and wealth. Like that's true riches. And I can't spend my time putting off my dreams for something that doesn't benefit me. And that's what I'm making this episode about. Like it's time to make your own path. Make your own path, and the right people, the right situations will start to present itself to you. Once you make a decision to really truly go after the things that you really want and create the responsibilities that align with who you truly are, not what the situations in your past have made you to be, but going after what it is that you truly want, things will start to align for you. It's waiting on you. You feel that deep desire deep in your core. It's waiting on you. It's fucking waiting on you. And the more you go after it, the more you expand, and the more you unveil who you truly are. Who you truly are is love and light and pure happiness. Like the more you shed light in those dark areas, so to speak, the more you unveil your true essence. And embrace the changes necessary to build the life you've always wanted, because nobody else will do it for you. Let go of the burdensome roles, the relationships, the possessions, and break free from the average, the mundane societal expectations. I'm telling you, just let the force of progress drive you forward, and appreciate the steps that you are taking for that progression. Big or small, appreciate the steps every day, celebrate it. Celebrate it. Give gratitude, because the more you give gratitude, the more you celebrate yourself and the progressions that you make, the easier it'll be. The more you'll see things align for you. Embrace the thrill of exploring new paths instead of fearing them, instead of doubting them, with unwavering determination and clear purpose. Like really write down what it is that you want. Write it on paper. What you want, you know, in your relationships, in your career, in your life in general, in your health. What it is, write it down what it is that you want and who you want to be ultimately. Not from like Not because you want somebody else to feel a certain way, but what do you want? That if you're doing it like that, then you're speaking from your ego. You're speaking from the you that you're trying to grow from. We're not speaking from there. Speak from your heart. Write it down from your heart. What do you want in your relationship, in your career, in your health, in your life in general? What it is that you want ultimately. And write down a routine, a plan that you can stick to every day. Don't make it out of the park, but something that you can really do every day. Like, I'm going to have one healthy smoothie. I'm going to jump rope for one song or 10 minutes a day. I'm going to um, make 5 cold calls for whatever it is, like for wholesaling real estate or whatever it is. And I'm going to design my a t-shirt. I'm going to just draw just for fun. I'm going to play on my guitar 10 minutes a day. Something that excites you, things that excite you, things that will shift your life into the best you that you desire and deserve. That's the only way that's going to change. So embrace the unknown and pursue your fullest potential immediately, right now, today. Write it down before the spark of creativity fades away forever, because that window will not be open forever. Like I said, the more you put it off, the more responsibilities, the more burdens that you will create in your life. So embrace the unknown. On the other side of that unknown, on the other side of that fear, is where your power lies, is where your desire is waiting for you, is where happiness lies. Peace.